We came out here to build Africa. I closed all my businesses down. And of course, I could have stayed in that colonized United States of America and dealt with they bullshit. And I'm very in tune. I'm very in tune with the universe. I'm very in tune with my ancestors. I heard the calling and I came. I talk to my ancestors every day, but that don't mean I don't go through shit. Ain't no angels and no flying butterflies and rainbows around here. We all go through shit. At the end of the day, I don't like the circumstances that we're in. It's not that I can't help it. I have money. I can move, go wherever the I want to go. And it wasn't that I was complaining about the fact that I was paying $100 a month. I mean, a day. I was complaining because it doesn't make no sense that the prices are so outrageous out here when you living in conditions like this. So let's be honest and let's keep it real. Nobody wants to live like this. They shouldn't even be living like this. I want to take half of Africa back to America because you can see how real living is. Because this shit is pathetic. So at the end of the day, for everybody who say I was complaining, I wasn't complaining. I was telling it just like it is. That's exactly what I was doing.
Yes, Libras are taking precautions, moving to other countries to avoid a lot of things happening under Trump. According to them, when I look through, some are regretting, like this lady you're about to say. She's putting out videos like, you saw at the beginning, she was extremely happy. Like, I'm moving to Africa. We want to develop Africa. At a certain point, when I look at how she started, how it is going now, totally different. It is important. We take an exclusive look into all this. I have a couple of clips to show you, share my thought. Someone sent this video to me, like, you are an African. I want to know your thought on what is going on. I thought it is important. I react to it. If you know me, I don't do this kind of videos.
The truth of the matter is, I felt my safest self. And safe is relative, but I mean safe to be my authentic self, safe to express myself in the way that I really desire to express myself. That feeling of safeness I've only felt outside of the United States. And me living in Mexico as an African American woman, I've never felt discrimination from the Mexican people. When I have felt discrimination, it's been from Americans. Let that sink in.
So I recently got a job, and I got a job for a specific reason: to leave. I'm getting out of here. Like, the only reason I wanted this job is because I'm like, I can save money because I can pay weekly. I was like, okay, I can get a check and literally save. I don't need anything. And it took me a while to realize that. I was like, I really don't need nothing right now.
All right, you guys. So I'm sitting here driving, and I'm sitting here thinking about the current state of America. And I think it's time for us to get real about the fact that we may need to find refuge in another country. So I will be booking consultations again. We'll open in my books for consultations again. Are you interested in learning more about traveling to the continent, or moving to the continent? Because you guys, if you are Black living in America, it is time for you to get your passport. It is time for you to look outside of the country for a place that you may be able to travel to get away from what's going on. I know a lot of people think that sounds extreme, but it's really not too far stretched. This guy is doing crazy things in the office. We knew that he was going to do everything he said he was going to do, but people didn't believe him, and now he's doing exactly that. And he's wasting no time. So you don't need to waste any time with making a plan, all right? It's better to plan than to fail.
At this moment, it is T-minus 30 hours and 38 minutes until I leave the United States. I'm in such a good mood. I'm packing.
I believe you've seen some of the videos. The most important one is this video I'm about to show you next. You cannot know the importance of where you were born until you try to see other places. I believe some of these people were born in America, they have not gotten that experience in different countries. It is extremely difficult for some of these people to survive in certain places, especially in Africa. If you were living a kind of life, it would be extremely difficult for you to survive. I don't want to elaborate on that. When you take a look at a lady like this, which I'm about to show you, the day she was moving, she was extremely excited. Along the way, what she experienced was not actually what she thought. The life was difficult for her.
But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down? The bullshit animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the room with you, sleeping with you, all the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich, so they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office, and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America. Steady electricity. And the only time our electricity get cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity, so if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid thing and it comes right back on in 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong, when I'm outside, I'm having fun. I love the people, but when I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right? When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable, you're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheeps and old malnourished cows.
True Black Africans and African Americans do not claim Black Americans. We are not the same. African tends to focus on progress, family values, and community upliftment rather than dwelling on historical grievances. They prioritize education and hard work. They don't live life blaming the white man for all their failures, challenges, or the choices that they make. Many Africans strive to give their children better opportunities and instill values like hard work and responsibilities. They don't raise their kids to hate the white man and blame them for all of their problems. That's why they can't grow. Africans are hard workers and they work on self-improvement. They hold themselves accountable for their actions instead of making everything about race and blaming the system.
Yes, I really want to know where this lady is currently living because there are still places in Africa that you will not see this. To be truthful, when I look at what she is putting out here, it is crazy. Based on what she did, it is not bad for you to go to Africa, have fun in certain places, but you need to know where you are going to. Yeah, because not everywhere will be that okay. She took that decision like she was making a mockery, or there's this in the US, things like that. At the end of the day, she's now regretting her decision because people look at her like she's having a lot of money. If something is sold for maybe just say for $10, but her because of that they'll be taxing her 15. That is what I know. So looking at her, regretting like this, it should be just a lesson to some people. People living in Africa, they're used to. They understand how everything is. It will be extremely difficult for you to adapt to certain places. Okay, she complained about like robbing. Someone like me, I've never seen that. I've never experienced it. You understand? So the thing is, she is like a new person. So you will see some kind of people targeting her in different places. So, like I said, there are good places in Africa that you will not have things like this. Yeah. Maybe she's in one village in Africa. What exactly?
Here in Spain, that has been hit by a massive power outage that authorities there say is impacting the entire Iberian Peninsula. Let's get straight to our breaking news this hour out of southern Europe. And a massive power outage has knocked out electricity across Spain and Portugal, causing chaos at airports, at train stations, and on the roads. The Portuguese national grid operator says all of the Iberian Peninsula has been impacted and that some parts of France were also affected. CNN Salma Abdelaziz is in London. Salma.
Chaos and confusion. I think those are absolutely the words of the day. Around midday local time in both Spain and Portugal, multiple towns, multiple cities experiencing a complete electricity outage, a complete power outage. We're talking about tens of millions of people now who are experiencing a total blackout. You can see what those images look like there on your screen. That means trains have come to a standstill. That means airports are filled with passengers who simply don't know what to do. This is midday, remember, so schools, businesses, shops, restaurants, all of those, of course, coming to a standstill with people struggling to figure out what's next. Now to that confusion, because the first question here, Becky, is, of course, for everyone there, when will the power come back? Authorities say they're scrambling to restore electricity in these places. They simply don't know the cause, though, of what's caused this outage. There are
This is Europe. You see, their own problems. Thank you guys for always being there sharing all my videos. God bless you abundantly. I appreciate your support, like sharing the videos, turning in when you see my notifications, because I always have something very important to show you. And if you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. For the people who says they don't understand how I speak, please get used to. If you meet me on the street, this is how I talk. I don't know, maybe my accent is too...
Michelle Obama is literally going down for the third time.
Especially over the past week, has been overwhelming.
To end. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
If you are afraid the day before, well, you have to take open to...
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor.
Bedroom, because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to